Broadcasting live from the Game Collection Studios in beautiful Seattle, Washington. This is The Morning Wood.
Hi, my name's Wood, and I hope you're all having a good morning, Wood, this morning. How are you, Derek?
I'm doing good.
Derek is joining me again for this episode, as well as later on we have a special guest who will be joining us.
Ooh.
Should we say who it is? Is that one of them? Was this one of them shows where we don't keep it a secret, or?
Well, I think if we do a little bit of a name drop, maybe people will stick around through the episode.
Okay, so later on in the episode we do have ScottSquatch from JHMDF joining us to do a bit of game news and maybe join us for some pickups. To kick off this episode, we're going to go through a couple of comments from last week just to say thank you to you guys for leaving comments down below. Remember to leave a comment down below on this episode with whatever you want. We don't care. So the first comment I'm going to read is Darker Energy. Well done. Are you going to Skype future guests? Yes.
No.
This episode will have Scott. I'm going to try and have a different guest star on every episode, either via Skype or via in person. Obviously, we do have Derek along for the ride, but he was here last week. So D-Dave actually is a channel that I've been watching recently. It's who I had on just before we were laughing at. A cool new channel that I'm enjoying watching some of their old videos. Seems like an awesome series, i.e. The Morning Wood. Looking forward to more. That yellow VMU though.
That was very yellow.
Quite defined, very yellow. And then, Dave Palmer on the less positive side. With this show channel now in America and not in Australia, makes it just the same as every other classic video game channel now.
I disagree. This one's got 100% more Morning Wood.
I'm still Australian. I'm not less Australian because of where I am. But also, I am obviously not permanently in the States. I'm only on a temporary visa. So at some point, I will be home. And to me personally, it doesn't matter where I upload the videos from, it's going to be the same show. But I do understand game hunting in Australia was the thing, which is why I still have about 2 or 3 episodes I need to edit when I have time. But they're coming. Okay, so moving on from comments from last week. Comments. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Comments from last week. Moving on, we'll call Scott. We'll get him up on the TV here. All right, let's get Scott in here. That awkward moment when we wait. Hello, Scottathan!
Hey,
What's
Scott.
up?
Welcome to my humble abode.
Welcome to the Morning Wood.
I am looking at the ceiling right now.
Yeah, well...
Well, we're looking at your glorious face, and that's all that matters.
Okay, cool.
How are you feeling this fine day? Do you have any exciting developments happening in your life right now?
Lots of rain here in Florida.
Really?
Drowning, swimming with dolphins. That's about all that's going on here.
Do you think it'll be raining a month from now when I'm there? Will it be humid like last time?
If it keeps going the way it's going, it'll probably just still be raining. It's been raining for like a month almost straight. It's getting a little bit better, so bring some good weather.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to some game news. And,
as entertaining as talking about the weather goes.
Well, actually, not just game news. We're going to move on to just media news in general, starting with
Stuff we thought was cool.
I saw on Facebook last night the new DBZ Episode 5, the Super Dragon Ball Z, or whatever it's called. I don't even know.
Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super. I haven't even watched it yet. It looks like crap, apparently. The animation isn't really...
Just Episode 5, though. Apparently. I've seen the first episode and a half, and it didn't really look bad. I thought it looked pretty good, but it is a little distressing to see that it is kind of experiencing some issues here and there.
It looks like children's drawings from the quick little look that I saw.
That's what I've been reading, is that they're working on a low budget, so the animator isn't the best.
They hired child labor.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Dragon Ball, Scott? I don't actually know.
I used to watch the hell out of DBZ and original Dragon Ball. Like, I would come home from school and watch it, but I kind of got lost with GT and everything. I guess that's happened after that.
The first half of GT wasn't that good. The second half got better. What I don't get is how, while they're working on a budget, the 1996 version of Dragon Ball can look better than a 2015 version, even on a budget.
That's a good question.
Last week on Thursday, I went and I watched the new movie, Resurrection F, or Resurrection of F.
Oh yeah, that looks really good.
That was really good, and to watch that in the theater as well was a really great experience that I'm glad I got to enjoy. And
it's made almost $6 million at the North American box office.
It is breaking records, which is obviously good news because it was only showing between the 4th and the 12th So
Yeah.
hopefully in the future, the next Dragon Ball movie will actually get a proper release and not a limited schedule.
Yeah, and as I recall, Battle of the Gods was also breaking records. So I guess if this is also breaking records, then it's doing better, presumably, than last. Which is really good, because I hear that this is a lot better than Battle of the Gods.
Okay, so we're going to do some pickups here. Do you want to join us for that? Do you have anything on hand there you'll be able to show?
I always have something on hand.
Well,
Cat.
while you rummage around and look for something, you can just sit there and listen. But
I'm gonna get a bath from this cat right now.
this week on the Majestic Weekend Vlogs, we'll throw that in here. We'll make it a double segment. We went game hunting again for the Super Game Quest 2. I actually named it Super Game Quest this time.
Yes.
And picked up a bunch of games. A whole bunch of games.
Just
So-
like I said we would.
We'll start with mine because I only have a few, and then an awesome little thing down here. An awesome little thing down here. And then here on the Morning Wood. And then Derek's got a big old stack of a bunch of games. But from Cash America Pawn, they were still doing the 3 games for $12 on any game. So naturally I picked up the 2 most expensive games I could find. And then Derek bought a little Bleach. I don't know where he's got it for the DS.
Yeah.
But they had it was like $35 marked on Naruto Impact and Dissidia. How do you pronounce it? Duodecim?
Duodecim.
Duodecim?
Dewey Decimal System.
So they were both over $12 games. One was like almost double that, but I got them 3 for $12. So making the deals. And then at a garage sale where you picked up a Xbox game, I got Super Mario Galaxy for $2, which I haven't played yet, and look forward to finally dusting off and seeing what all the rave was about.
Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for Xbox 360. That's Lego Star Wars. And then Star Wars Battlefront for Xbox, which I was really happy to pay. How much was that? $2 for?
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $2. Moving along, speaking of RoboCop, moving along, got a Hori fight stick for the Nintendo Wii. So I'll have this to play all of those 3 fighting games for Nintendo Wii.
Hori makes some beautiful controllers.
They really
They do.
do. I love my Hori mini pad for the Nintendo 64.
I have a Hori
amazing
GameCube
stuff.
controller.
Oh yes. I went game hunting after Wood had to deck out a little early.
Dip out?
You had to deck out? Like,
deck
you had
out?
to
Deck out, deck out.
Like I deck someone out?
knock a guy out?
I seem to have problems because I tried to Instagram that and my phone auto-corrected duck out to suck out.
Yeah, you're not doing very well.
You had to suck it out.
So I went to a Value Village a little bit after that because 4 hours of game hunting just ain't enough sometimes. And I struck gold. Mario Kart Wii, $4. For $3, I got Blood Omen 2, which is part of the Legacy of Kain. And then I actually got 2 copies of Beautiful Joe. One for GameCube, one for PlayStation 2.
Well, that's just beautiful.
It is beautiful, and I mean, of course I had to get them both. This other fight stick by ASCIIware, not quite as renowned as Hori, but it's a very solid stick, and I'm really happy to have paid only $4 for it.
You're a very solid stick. Alright.
Hey,
Alright.
call me Super Derek for a reason, right? And then, Vagrant Story for $3. Yeah!
I got a Vagrant Story this last week as well. That's one of my top 5 RPGs on the PlayStation for sure.
I haven't played it before, but I'm going to at some point now that I own it.
Do you like RPGs?
No, I mean, they're kind of a... They're kind of a thing. I dabble.
All right, Fran Drescher.
All right, so that's my stack.
Is it my turn?
No, SpongeBob. Okay. Alright. And then finally, the last thing in pickups today.
Hey, wait, I thought I was going to get a turn.
Oh, you've actually found something. Okay,
I
well.
said I had. I always have something nearby.
Well, I'll just do
mind
mine.
you, I'll do it really quick.
Game Boy Advance games. I got 3 of them in a little nice carry case. I got all these recently. We have Spirits and Spells, which is a little platformer. He plays a witch. And this game actually also came out in a different form on the GameCube. We have River City Ransom EX. You know what River City Ransom is. Beat 'em up. This is Game Boy Advance version of it.
And then finally, Final Fight Uno.
It's Final Fight. I mean, you just punch people going down a damn street. Nothing magical about that, but fun on the go. So there you go. There's my
Buck a
street
piece,
pickup.
or how much were they? Buck a piece?
No, no. I think Final Fight was like $8. This was $5 for Spirits and Spells, and then River City Ransom. I did a trade with one of my flea market people.
So you got ripped off. All right. So moving on. I got this big box how do you say it? Rock'em Sock'em Robots. All right. So we never had these in Australia. At least as far as I'm aware, if you're Australian and you had Rock'em Sock'em Robots growing up, let me know. But I definitely never saw them or never saw ads for them. But I always saw them on American TV and movies. So it's always had a fascination for them, and I was happy to pay $1 for this. So me and Derek will go a couple rounds after this episode. We'll film it and we'll see who wins. Was there a song? Is that what you were about to sing? Can you please sing us the song?
I think that was.
I'm pretty sure that was a part of like the commercial.
Was that?
Rock'em.
No, that was Sock'em Boppers.
Sock'em Boppers. Yeah, Sock'em Boppers. You can sock 'em once and pop 'em twice. That was their
More fun than a pillow fight.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, they're inflatable punching bags for children, or not punching bags, punching gloves.
Each other.
Yeah, they're.
I'm Australian. I don't know.
We had boomerangs.
So we're gonna say goodbye to you now, Scott. On account of how we have to work this, I have to do a lot of editing the audio to get you in this. So for the sake of having less editing, we're gonna say goodbye.
See you, Scott.
It's been a pleasure to have you.
all.
And if you could kindly hang up, that would do us all a favor.
Okay, all right. Bye.
Bye, man. So that's all from us here at The Morning Wood, and by us, I would like to thank my guest at this time, Super Derek, who does have his own channel you guys check out if you like RPGs. We'll put a link right here. And my friend Scott from JHMDF, who has now said goodbye. Go check his channel out. Probably should have plugged it while he was here, but he does game hunting and pickup videos, and he's past 30,000 subscribers now. So, yeah. Speaking of, this channel's coming up on 10,000, so thank you guys. We're about to hit 9,000. We're under 100 subs away, so
Awesome.
Almost over 9,000. Thank you to any new subs that are watching. Remember to leave a comment down below and we might read it out on the next episode. You can tell us what you think of the DBZ animation or the new Deadpool movie or anything else that we talked about today. And that's all from us here. Remember to enjoy your coffee. Anything you want to say real quick, Derek?
Let's get it on.
Let's get physical. Oh, yeah, the game of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. All right, so place your bets now in the comment section who you think's going to win out of me and Derek, and we'll cut to this little bout, this little test of strength.
Yeah.
Let's get it on. Thanks for watching.